PipSnipers here, back for another update. Let's take a look at the RH ecosystem. We'll take a look at PulseX, PLS, Incentive, pHEX, and eHEX. This is PulseX over here. It's breaking out of its Wyckoff accumulation range. The range highs would be sitting at 30102 right over here, and we are also breaking out of this slanted inverted head and shoulders pattern. It looks like we're starting our wave 3 to the upside. And the first point of interest would be about 60% away at the 78.6% fib measured from this March 2024 high down to this September 2024 low. So I see a move of about 60% over the weekend going into next week. See a little bit of a retrace, but then eventually continue to push on forward to formulate this parabola. Now, I do have the roadmap here in my Discord, so if you haven't joined, then definitely click the link in the description below. Let's go ahead and take a look at incentive token over here. So this is incentive token right here, and this is the hourly time frame. You can see that we are within a 90-degree broadening wedge pattern. Okay, so in other words, this is called a right angle broadening wedge. It does have a technical target sitting at about 667. And now this is just an interim target. We have a 5-wave move to the upside for your wave 1 of 3. Of your macro 3, come down for a WXY correction for your wave 2. And then when we go ahead and zoom in here on the hourly time frame, we can see that all the waves here are plotted out. Something I notice is that coins with less liquidity in comparison to the top 10 on CoinMarketCap, they're much easier to chart in regards to the Elliott wave count. We have our wave 1 here, 3 down in your A, 3 up in your B, and a 5-wave move to the downside within your C for your wave 2, okay, like that. And then now we're still within our wave 3, and while we're within the wave 3, we are in wave 3 of 3. Okay, so it looks like we're going to break out of this pennant here on incentive token and head towards 367 to 378. See maybe a 23.6% of a percent decline for a subwave 4 of 3, and then you come up for your subwave 5 of 3 over here. Okay, and the structure definitely expands from there, but we'll definitely I'm going to save the roadmap for my Discord members, so definitely join if you haven't done so. I have all of the targets in there, and yeah, so this is incentive token. Very bullish on PulseX, incentive token, and we can't forget about PLS. So this is PLS over here, and let me see if this is the correct chart right here. Yeah, so this is PLS right over here. I'm just going to show you the exit targets for PLS. Now, this is the daily time frame. Same thing as PulseX. However, I think PulseX is going to be much more volatile than PLS. That's just my personal bias, but that's something I also see with the sentiment going around on X. Okay, so 3 down in your A, 3 up in your B, and then a 5-wave move down within your C for a 335 Elliott wave flat pattern. This over here would be your wave 1. This would be your wave 1 or A, right? A or 1. And then you have an ABC correction in the form of a flat pattern within about 480 days of accumulation with deviation below macro range lows. We perfectly call the bottom here publicly on my Twitter. And then once you spot the manipulation, you get in for the ride, right? For your impulsive move or your next wave to the upside, right? So this over here would be your A or 1. This is your ABC for your 2 or B, and that now you're working on your 3 or C. It would likely be a 3 considering how new the ecosystem is. But here are the exit targets. But remember, these targets can change on a whim. And the market moves very, very fast, so we'll definitely have to alter these waves and targets as the price develops. So if you want to stay tuned with the RH ecosystem on a daily basis, then definitely click the link in the description below so you can get access to those charts. Let's go ahead and take a look at pHEX over here. Okay. So this is pHEX right here. We'll go on the 12-hour time frame just so you guys can see the waves. And we also publicly called the bottom on my Twitter profile, on my Twitter account, right over here. So it was the exact same thing as PLS. Once you sweep macro range lows and you spot manipulation, or in other words deviation below the range, that's when you hop in, and that's exactly when it did, over 400%. And I think a move like this is brewing on incentive token. Something I notice is that incentive token, so PLSX and PLS have already broken out, right? They've already had their first advance to the upside after the March high. Okay, so incentive token, it's still at the lows, it's still at the range lows, but hasn't had that bull break yet. So I think a lot of people are sleeping on incentive token, but once it gets going above that right angle broadening wedge I was showing, then I think it's going to really blast off. So just something to be mindful of, that incentive token is a little bit further behind in regards to where it is from a technical perspective, right? So same thing as PulseX for pHEX, 3 down in your A, 3 up in your B, and then a 5 down within your C. And now we're starting our wave 3 to the upside. This over here, this move, was our alternate count. So this could have been an ABC like this, but considering where ETH is, right? ETH is trying to reach for the highs this weekend. If we can continue to go on to get a push higher on ETH, then I wouldn't be surprised that we're now starting our wave 3 on pHEX to the upside. It looks like all of the coins in the RH ecosystem are starting their wave 3, which is the most explosive wave in the Elliott wave theory, especially in crypto. You tend to go for very high extensions. There's lots of euphoria, and you get that sometimes in wave 5s too, right? They're called wave 5 extensions. But that's mostly what you see in crypto, wave 1 and wave 5 extensions, due to all of the hype, FOMO, and speculation. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at HEX right here. Now the thing with HEX is that it did have, we have to be mindful of the fact that it did have a huge run in 2021. So we can't get caught off guard, and we must be mindful to the possibility of this just being an ABC correction to the upside, right? So we're within a 5-wave move up. So I'll make this white so you guys can see. Okay. Okay, so, right, we had our run up right here, like this. And then we have a 5-wave move to the downside in a falling wedge-like formation. Now it looks like we're ready to start another 5-wave move up, come down, and then this would be your A wave, come down for a B wave, and then your C wave would top out at the 78.6% fib at 13 cent. And then once you get to 13 cent, you need to be very careful here, because we can either tank below these lows, but if you then get multiple daily closures above it, then it's likely we'll take out these highs, and this would be your A, B, C correction, like this, with your C slightly taking out your buy side liquidity of your external range, right? Before you come down for the retrace. And it would likely come towards the 123.6% fib when we take a fib from our all-time high down to the bear market low. And that's usually where flat patterns take you. sometimes even the 1.382, like right here. So it would be right here. You can use the linear and the log fib, so you don't get caught off guard. So this zone and this zone would be our point of interest if we get multiple daily closures above the 786 sitting at 0.135. Hope you guys enjoyed the RH ecosystem video. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know. And if you want to stay updated along with being able to see the roadmap of all the RH coins, then click the link in the description below. Peace out and take it easy. See you in the next one.